Right, when we last left it, Gyomo, who's not here yet, so we'll worry about that, had realised that he'd sinned mightily and had got no power.
He had indeed. It's a bit
Exactly
worrying.
what he's done. Well, that's a matter of a point to be made later. And
It's a bit worrying
Hatsu
that our...
Sorry, go on.
Yes, yeah, go. I was going to say, it's a bit worrying that our main healer is out of action.
Can no longer heal.
Things.
Yes, well, we'll worry about that. I say, worry about that when Mr. Waring joins us, assuming he does. Right, Hatsu has discovered a secret compartment next to where she stood, and she has said that she's going to open it. Is that the case?
Yes.
Well, as long as we're looking over her shoulder, yes.
Well, move yourselves where you want to be. I'll just put you in randomly. Don't move Hatsu because she's where she's supposed to be.
Yeah,
2 seconds, I'm just grabbing my notes for the date.
In that case, would Hatsu care to make a deafness saving throw?
Yes. Hey.
Yeah, you're first up today, Brian.
Yep. Here we go.
Good luck.
Nope, nowhere near.
Okay, you open this compartment. Hopefully you can see now. There should be a box you can now see.
Yeah,
and this glass, or sorry, this pottery vial falls to the floor and shatters. Okay. Or would you care to make a health saving throw?
I would love to make a health saving throw.
Everybody, eh?
But not on that. Not on that.
No, Hatsu and effectively everybody who's downstairs will be making one, yes.
Yeah, I went downstairs. What was that, a health saving throw, did you say?
Yes, I did.
Well, that'll certainly not be making it.
What an unhealthy lot we are.
Failed that one by 12.
Oh, I've not even counted my number of failures, but it's a few.
Don't worry about it. You didn't make it, so.
Yeah, okay.
This nasty, yellowish green gas erupts from it and rapidly fills the downstairs, and you all suffer from level 1 poisoning.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Oh. Nice.
Not nice.
It's not nice at all, no. So, statements of intent, what do you intend doing next? Morikawa's statement of intent is to run upstairs quick.
Yeah, mine is too.
Put my nose and mouth and try and hold my breath.
Yeah. Get out of
Okay.
here.
Brian?
That's a little box. Like, how big is that? Is it a box in there? Or...
What?
Is it a box or just...
It's actually a small chest, but at the moment you're coughing from poisoning. What do you intend doing?
Yeah, I'm going upstairs.
Okay. In that case, all of you are running. Make a full move, and we'll see if you get out of the cloud.
Oh. Let me just check what mine is with my new character. Base movement allowance 6. Oh no, I'm not looking at the right character sheet. Base movement allowance 3. 1,
Oh boy.
2, 3. Is that right?
You can run. You can run 6.
4, 5, 6. I'm still not out.
Well, okay. Morikawa and Tetsu, please make another health saving throw.
Oh dear. Oh, 7, right, let's look at my sheet. Might be close.
I made it.
No, missed it by 3.
Made it by 1.
Okay, Morikawa runs upstairs coughing, but doesn't suffer any damage. If you failed, you lose 1 point of health, sir.
From
Okay.
permanent value on health.
Your current health goes down by 1. Your current
Change,
stat.
put your,
Yeah, the green.
change the temporary
The
value.
green line. Oh, there's a temporary
Okay,
value,
the
isn't there?
temporary.
Yeah, got
Temporary,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ouch.
Right. Did Hatsu make a health saving throw?
Yeah,
She made
I
it.
made it by 1.
That's all you need to do. Okay. You don't actually suffer any damage and are no longer poisoned.
Ugh.
However, you're running upstairs into something that's very smelly and nasty. We're worried about that in a minute. Assuming you carry on up the stairs, that is.
As long as
Ashikata,
I'm out of the cloud, that's all I care.
okay, Ashikata, make a d20 roll, sir.
One. I've taken a point of health from the previous one already. So.
Okay. Well, basically, you are no longer poisoned, sir, as the gas dissipates, and Hatsu runs up the stairs and can make a speed saving throw, please.
Here we go. Oh, good. Oh yeah, I failed that horribly.
You run up the stairs. As you get to the top of the stairs, you slip, and you become covered in, well, unmentionable detritus, shall we say, such as dog shit and other stuff. And it's not nice. I mean, your robes are going to be ruined. Other than that, nothing happens to you. Tetsu runs out, coughing his lungs up, but takes no further damage as the gas dissipates. And you go,
Bleh.
Gyomo will have a look at you and say, well, yeah, you got some sorts of nasty wounds there, but you'll be all right. Dave W. might say something different when he gets here, but those of you who are outside see Morikawa coming out coughing, and a faint yellowish mist follows him out, which doesn't do you any damage because it's dissipated. And then everyone goes, "What has happened?"
Where did that come from?
Hatsu picks herself up and can no longer see any gas, so she can return downstairs should she wish to.
Where did that
We'll
come
return
from?
downstairs.
Oh, Morikawa says, "Well, I don't know."
Your Shugenja lady friend Hatsu dropped something that was hidden and it broke and there was poison gas inside it, or some sort of noxious gas.
Right, okay.
Afternoon, Dave.
Everybody.
Afternoon, Dave.
Hello.
Yeah.
Just to bring you up to date, what has happened in the last few seconds is that Morikawa and Tetsu have come running out of this cloud of yellowish gas, which has dissipated enough not to cause you any problems, coughing their lungs up, and you recognise poisoning of some sort. And it turns out that Hatsu's opened this compartment and dropped a bottle on the floor, which is broken and caused this gas to appear.
I shall attempt to use my physician's skills to try and deal with this in case either of them has been poisoned.
Okay, well, make a physician roll, sir.
1 second while I load it up. 20. And wait while it decides I'm human. Let's see, but it's worth checking. Dee-dum-dee-dum. Ah, I'm not sure that's made it. 1 second. Google. Just need to open the sheets up. Physician. Exactly what I needed.
In that case, I think both of them are suffering from slight poisoning, but nothing too serious.
I shall notify them of my discoveries. What sort of poisoning do I think it was?
Some sort of gas that tried to kill you.
Righty-ho. Affecting a particular type of characteristic or just general hit point death?
Health.
Essentially health.
Righty-ho. In that case, I will ask Hatsu to describe what happened, and do I think that the gas was just a side effect, or the gas was the actual intent? In other words, when she dropped the bottle, was it just some gas erupted, but the liquid will still be there causing a problem, or the gas was just liquid evaporating?
It's quite simple. The bottle was full of gas and or liquid, which is now evaporated. You would think that it was probably more potent when it was first put in the little cubby hole that you found it dropped out of.
Righto. So I will tell her that I think that it's probably a very old bottle rather than fresh, and they should both consider themselves very lucky. More care needs to be taken. Your health is important. In that case, I will volunteer to go and check and see if there are any other similar problems in this cubbyhole that she's found.
Okay, move yourself downstairs then.
1 second while I go to the box. And
What's happened in the meantime?
In the meantime, you and Hatsu can pull the box out. Hatsu finds she can't manage the box on its own, it weighs too much. It's 3 foot long, 2 foot wide, and 1 foot deep.
oh, not another one, I say, thinking back to the problems we had with trunks before.
I was about to say, but I don't remember that because my character's brand new.
This box isn't big enough to have a body in. It could have a couple of heads, of course.
Yeah, well, I feel a lot happier about that. Well, I will have a look and see if I think there are any tricks or traps or anything on this box. I haven't the faintest idea what I'm looking for, but
I'm just going to lift it out.
Okay, I've moved it out for you so you can look at it.
Yep.
Can I have a look and see if I think there are any potential?
You may make a wit saving throw, see if there are any traps on it. By all means. What are you going to do if you find it?
No. It appears safe. I will have a look inside this compartment. See if there's any other secret compartments.
No. The box is a very snug fit. There's nothing else in there. There's just enough bottle so that it fell out when you opened it.
Yes,
if you were there, you could have caught it without too much difficulty.
Right, but it could be this is a blind and there's another secret compartment in there.
You can spend time looking for one, but I assure you won't find one.
Okay.
Go on, Nick.
Do you want to stand back, Hatsu? I'm going to open it up.
I will stand back. Not that I think there's any risk of trouble, because I didn't find anything.
So now opens the lid. Assuming it's got a lid that opens.
Yes, it does. It opens because it's not locked. And you find the following.
I think you've gone off to...
You've probably gone to copy it and paste it somewhere, I would imagine.
No. Hopefully, if you look in the loot, it may actually be on your screen at the moment. I don't know. Can you see a note?
Party loot.
It's a chest found by Hatsu.
No.
Let's see.
Oh, hang on.
There's the party loot under loot. Hang on, let me refresh my screen.
You want about the spreadsheet, Tim, or in Roll20?
It's in Roll20. My mistake.
Roll20, yeah. That's what I
Well, I'm
thought.
just refreshing my screen.
No, I don't see it. I
and
think you need to make it
no,
visible.
No. We can see party loot, which is the original party loot from the 2 trunks. Under loot.
No, nothing been
Yeah, I
put
think you
into
need
that.
to change the set to show to player settings, maybe.
Aha!
Yeah, just show that.
Checked
There
out
we
by
go.
Hatsu.
Yeah, it was only shown to me. That's why.
Yeah.
I thought I'd altered that. Never mind.
It looks harmless, guys.
It looks very useful, given that I'm useless to you as a priest at the moment, Ashikata-san.
There's something obviously dangerous in there, so I can see through. Just
Make
looking in. Just medicines and whatever's in there. You know.
all good stuff.
Does this chest key fit a keyhole on this chest?
Yes, it does.
Does it work?
Yes, it does.
Oh. Well, if one of you kind gentlemen or one of the porters would carry this for me, it will help me in ministering to the party, Ashikata-san.
Yeah. Can I pull the letter out? Take a look.
You certainly. Hopefully you can see it now.
Mm-hmm.
Where have you put it?
And letters.
It's in Roll20.
Under
It should
look.
be on your screen if you're on Roll20.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yonosuke. I trust all is well and that our plans are progressing. Unfortunately, I've been delayed by matters in Yokohama. As such, I will not reach Maebashi before the start of Utsuki. Continue with our current operations unless you know differently. On Matiak will join you before the end of Yoyoi. Use him as you see fit. Akimoto. Dated 11th Tsuki Misuki year 11, 1099.
What year are we in now?
Uh, 1101. It's 2 years ago.
Years ago. Okay.
Do any of those names ring any bells with you, Ashikata-san?
I don't believe so. Let me just get my notes. I don't think so. None of them strike me.
Mm-hmm.
Just the places.
If you try refreshing the note, you should find an extra line attached to the bottom.
Yes, I just saw that.
Hmm.
Hang on, it's just
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that.
Roll20's
up
just
again.
decided to disappear of its own earth.
And where is Maebashi?
I've heard of it.
Big place on the map, can't miss it.
Righty-ho.
I hate Roll20. Why is it so crap?
Is there anything special about the Tanto? I will gingerly pull it from its sheath just to check that it hasn't been coated with anything nasty.
Was it the Tanto that you found?
The Tanto in the box.
Yeah.
I shall pull it from its sheath gingerly to check it hasn't been coated with anything nasty.
Wise. I'm not there, but
No, I say it looks like an average standard Tanto.
In that case, I shall put it back in its sheath and hand it to Ashikata-san and ask him if he can tell anything unusual about it.
I don't know. Does it look like a normal Tanto?
Right, do you have armourer skills, sir?
I do indeed.
In that case, roll against it.
I was just going to say, I'll pull the. Oops, hang on. Let me just get back. Roll 20s. Any buggers? Yeah, not a chance. Not that good. I don't know what it is, but it's nowhere near that.
Well, as far as you can tell, it's an average Tanto. There's nothing special about it. Right, I shall point out the kits are all full. They've all got 10 units of whatever in it.
I shall
Right,
check
well,
that
I
they
shall,
are not.
I'm going
That they are. Sorry, can I just
Gyomo,
check
I'll-
that they are not out of date?
Yes, I'm just going to say I'll check the chest outside so you can see what you're doing better.
Oh, right, fine. But then I'll check and make sure that they are within date. I don't want to start trying to apply something that's gone septic or something.
It's mouldy. Yeah. They're mouldy bandages.
No, the stuff's in good condition. The compartment and the box are fairly airtight. I mean, if it lasted another 2 years, they may be, but they're usable at the moment.
Very good. Well, if the party are agreeable, I would be happy to keep track of those for.
Yes, by all means. By all means. You've got the skill
Mind
in
if
using
Hatsu
them. So
takes the makeup kit?
The lock picking kit and makeup kit are really part of my how should I put it? Forte.
remit, sorry.
Yes, so Hatsu will take the makeup kit. Someone else can have the lockpicking kit. That's not her thing.
Okay.
Rather strange. Why would you hide a medical chest?
Possibly it's part of a disguise as a travelling physician. With the makeup kit and the lockpick
Possibly.
kit,
Good idea.
does sound
Mm,
appropriate.
Mm.
yes, it's a good idea.
Right, the doctor's kit weighs £3.
Yeah.
The 2 packs of bandages weigh £1. The lockpick kit weighs 1, and the makeup kit weighs 4.
And that's 10 for that lot.
That goes with the porter.
Okay. How much for the healing salves?
I shall repeat
Gyomo-san,
myself just
sorry, Gyomo-san, you are still a skilled physician even when you're not blessed by your clerical powers, right?
I'm partially skilled, yes.
You're too humble.
I'm not an expert.
right. What are you going to do next, gents?
There's the
I'll have a
matter.
quick look round the downstairs for anything else, but I don't think there's anything else, is there?
Well, no, everybody's had a good search. You found one
Okay.
precious gem and £10 of goods, C class.
Okay. So,
No
It
sign
wasn't
of a,
vacate the basement, then?
shooting doji though.
Is there a stream somewhere nearby?
A stream.
Yeah, so I
yes,
can watch
you
this crap
noticed that-
off.
The dogs are already dead.
You notice that Hatsu appears to have fallen over in piles of shit, as it were. Yeah, the rib's quite close by. You can go and there's a pond, or you can use the well.
Please.
Perhaps not the well.
Don't use the well. No.
Yeah, she'll head to
It
the
goes
pond.
away, it comes back wet, but much cleaner, but still a bit smelly.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
Like a very good bath. That's what I can take.
Was this big building like a barn originally?
Yeah.
No,
There's a
no,
barn bit.
it's actually the farmhouse. It's just a very big farmhouse.
Any other buildings associated with the farm?
Yeah, there are some barns and some sheds. They're all in terrible condition. You can search them if you wish.
That run down. Probably have a quick look.
I will
Actually,
point out it's
very
beginning
quick look.
to get dark as well, so you'll be getting
Yeah,
back
come on.
to Sutaido in the dark, as it is.
Yeah. In that case, we'll let's just retreat back to the village.
Okay.
Taking our ill-gotten gains with us.
If you wish to call them that, that's fine.
It's still the matter of
Okay.
the Shuten Doji we were sent here to find and haven't found yet, but...
No, but I'm not giving up yet.
Correct me if I'm wrong, the doctor's kit contains its full 10 units, yes?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
I'll be quiet for a little while, gents. I'm trying to find a map.
No worries.
Sorry, I'm catching up on my notes.
Quick date check, we're on the 29th of Kisaragi, yeah?
Yeah, you're still on the 29th. Yes, it's been a very long day.
It has. Several sessions.
So the healing salves, the stimulants, the antiseptics, the poison antidotes, and the medicines all count as drugs, correct? And therefore
They are indeed drugs, yes.
So that's £1/2 each. Right. Thank you.
Oh, they weigh £1/2. Wow.
Well, according to the unless you want to change it, in the
Oh, no, they're fine. I wasn't sure what they was, and I don't want to spend time looking it all up.
yeah. No, under doctor's kit it then says drugs, cost variable, weight £1/2 per dose.
It's a heavy
Wow.
dose. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably think it's probably the bottle of that they're in as well.
Yeah.
But a glass bottle, I suppose, eh?
Sealed.
Mm-hmm.
It's either going to be glass or pottery, isn't it?
Yeah, glass or pottery, it's going to be heavy. Makes sense.
Yes. They're all listed under drugs and herbalism. Healing salve, stimulants, poison antidotes, antiseptic, plague cure, etc.
Right. I'll look through this chest on my back and carry it back to the village then.
Oh, thank you, Ashikata-san.
Well, I can see you're not going to be capable of carrying it, so...
Correct.
I'm not much use as a pack mule either, my friend.
Unless it weighs an absolute ton, it's not going to bother me. Even if it's £20, it's not going to bother me.
Fair enough. Are you taking the lock-picking kit and makeup kit as well, or is...
Whatever, I'm just taking the whole chest.
Oh, right.
Whatever's
How
left,
much
what I was left.
How much does the chest weigh, by the way?
About £2 in itself.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
Even if it's £20 altogether, it's not a problem. You can carry it back to the village.
£26 in total.
Yeah, not a problem. It slows me down a bit, but I'm still faster than you guys.
Still faster than me.
Yeah.
Very much so.
I mean, this stuff belongs to the shooting doji, which is obviously mixed up in something else as well.
Is this farmhouse near the village where the shooting doji was preying on the people?
It's not far away, is it?
Yeah.
It's one ri away.
Would it be worth going back and asking the local samurai whether any of those names are recognised?
Yeah, it's got to be worth a
From the
try.
layer.
Yep, good idea.
And getting away from all these dog corpses, if the other dogs decide to return.
Right, yes, they probably started to smell a bit as well.
There was just still a good dozen of them ran away, wasn't there?
Yeah, quite a few.
Right, having found the map I was looking for,
Yeah.
hopefully you're on a different map.
Very much
yeah,
different.
Oh dear, there's a lot of dead bodies there.
If they are dead bodies, then yeah, there is.
As you approach the village, you see off to the side where the Etta village is, a large number of corpses.
Oh.
Oh. Who's that?
They're the ones that have been pulled out of the hospital and such, ready for burial.
Who's that? Is that an Etta?
No, he's got a watch on.
I don't know about a what.
Kinda looks like he's reading the time off a watch, actually. Can't unsee that now.
The figure that's got a clock on it, on the icon,
Yep.
Flavor
is
Flav.
actually the Oba samurai of the village who appears to have been knocked unconscious. Okay? He's surrounded by a bunch of scummy rabble, and you will find 4 Ashigaru lying amongst the corpses, who look like Ashigaru, I suppose.
So there are several people up and about, are there?
When you say he's surrounded by scummy rabble, are they dead scummy rabble?
Yeah.
Or live scummy rabble?
They all have little skull and crossbones on them, so they're all dead.
That doesn't necessarily mean they're not up and walking.
Is there anybody? Are they all down on the floor? Like everybody we can see?
Everybody you can see is lying on the floor. Everybody else is missing, absent without leave, or absent with leave. Okay?
Yep.
Well, can I suggest before we rush forward, somebody has a look for tracks? And when it's clear, I will go and minister to the Oba Samurai.
Well,
We hear anything?
It would appear that the Oba Samurai and his 4 Ashigaru guards came here. There was some sort of altercation, and a large number of Etta-looking characters are lying dead on the floor.
just come with me, Gyomo. I'll escort you in there.
Are those Etta like they appear to be in the tokens and
Hatsu,
carrying weapons,
Tim? Hatsu, you
yes,
did mention... Hatsu, you did mention you saw an Etta hiding in the alley who then threw some things on the ground.
And these are armed Etta. I think this is just the army of thralls.
No, I think this is probably ninja.
Would Tetsu care to make a wit saving throw?
I would love to. Let's see if I can. Oh, it came off the 2 to the 12. No. Well, let me check my sheet. I don't think so. I'm not used to some smart characters.
That's all right.
Maybe.
You're not rolled really bad.
No, it's not that
there
far
are
off.
1 or 2 people whom you would consider to be real Etta,
Yeah.
and I shall ping them.
Okay.
Right, the 3 I've pinged you would consider to be real Etta because they're scrawny, they're dressed like Etta, they smell like Etta. The rest of the corpses may be dressed like Etta and may look like Etta, but they're not because they're far too healthy.
Muscular.
They look muscular and
Yeah.
they have strange calluses on their hands,
Do they have good,
presumably.
yeah, so good physiques and
Right, I'm
Indeed,
walk up
they
there
look
to-
they look more like Bushi than they do Etta.
mm,
Well, I'm
Right,
walking up there towards the samurai and hoping that Hatsu or Gyomo is going to follow me.
Yes.
and I'll point out to
Fair.
Ashikata-san the point that I just noticed, that these are not real Etta, most of these. Only a couple of them are. But these are this is an Etta disguise. These are
Okay.
these are men of physical prowess, martial able
Thank
men.
you, Tetsu. Well spotted.
And I point out that Hatsu noticed one of them in the alley when departed colleague was fighting the policeman. But when the Etta saw he'd been noticed, he scattered some caltrops on the ground.
Yes.
Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Tetsubushi, I remembered
On
the
my
Japanese
guard.
name for them. Tetsubushi.
Should be on my guard.
Which
thank you.
Which I understand is something ninja do. Anyway, can I check the Oba Samurai and see how he is?
Okay, he's suffering from moderate wounds, and he's got a lump the size of an egg on the side of his head.
I shall attempt to minister to him.
Off you go.
So
Right, just a minute, Dave. Hatsu,
Yes.
the Ishigaru that's closest to you with the red X on isn't actually dead. He's just unconscious.
Mm.
Oh.
I mean, you can't tell until you get close enough, then you realise he's actually
Yeah.
still breathing, unlike all the other corpse on the, apart from the Oba Samurai.
I was just going.
How badly wounded is he?
I'm having a bit of a closer look at the other corpses, by the way. Hence being like standing.
Okay, yeah, well,
amongst a few
basically
of them.
they are all dead.
Yeah. I'm looking for identifying
Okay.
marks or anything now. Closer look.
I shall apply a bandage, use a unit of the medical kit, and try my physician skill.
Hey.
Successfully. So the Oba Samurai gets 3 points better. Whether my physician skill successfully brings him round or not, I don't know.
Yes, it does. He starts to come round. In
And when I
Hatsu's opinion, hold on. In Hatsu's opinion, the man in front of you needs urgent medical attention. Otherwise, he will die.
Then I will do the pure flesh spell on him and try to heal him.
Go for it.
Definitely succeeded that one.
Very nice.
Just gotta
So that's a Shugenja spell that heals. What was it called?
Basic
pure
ability.
blood or pure flesh?
pure flesh. I had this book up or
Should be 2d6, isn't it?
believe so. Yeah, it's a D6 per level.
Assuming you're casting it as a second level spell, that is.
Yes. He gets. Will he get 7 back?
Okay, the majority goes up and he becomes conscious. He looks at you with a bit of fear to start with, then he realises that you're A, female, and B, you're not dressed like an Etta, and he relaxes somewhat. And then his first words are, "How is Oba?"
Was that one of the Ashigaru that she healed?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He is coming round. He was knocked unconscious. Hatsu-san, can you apply some of your skills to the Oba Samurai, please?
Okay. Hold on. Windows just froze up for a sec.
Always at the best times.
Always.
I know that feeling, and I don't use Windows.
Okay, first 20. Made it. He gets 8. Oh, and I'm tapped out for the day.
It's been a long day. I've died and got a new character through a whole session and it's still the same day.
No way.
Well, some days are like that, you see, and other days they just
Yeah.
go. The Oba Samurai thanks you both. He now looks fully fit, although his clothes are, of course, ruined. As you're completing your healing and checking people over, a figure appears nervously out the corner of your eye.
Come here, wherever you are.
What do you look like?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, I probably look more like samurai than Ronin.
And
Otherwise,
you've all
fairly
got,
typical.
you've got slash wounds and bite. You've got wounds in your clothes and that, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got quite a few rips in my clothes, yeah.
A big snail on his shoulder.
What does this person look like?
You recognise him as the head etter who came to help clear up the bodies, whose name escapes me for the moment.
Your name?
It was like Aiachi or something, I remember. Ichiya, something like that. Remember
Ask him
Dave
what's been
generated the
going on.
name.
Right, his name is Shiruma, Shiruma.
Shiruma.
Would he know your name? Your clan name, that is.
Yeah, I've no secret about using it.
Okay. Well, basically, this guy comes forward. You recognise him as Shiruma. He bows, he gets down, and he knocks his head on the floor, so he kowtows. Well, I'm not entirely sure, Ashikata-san, but Oba-san came to discuss matters concerning the village and the fact that my headman Kiichi refused to come when he was called. Kiichi ordered us to stay away from the meeting point and sent some men that he'd hired to the meeting point, and a fight broke out.
Could I just clarify that? Fight broke out between who? Between the...
Well, between Oba-sama and his 4 bodyguards, and
Yeah.
a bunch of men that appeared in the village shortly before Lord Oba arrived.
And the person who did the telling, who told the Etta not to go to the meeting point, was the headman of the village or the head Etta?
Headman of the village, yes. He's also the head Etta, sir, yes.
It is not the Shuten Doji village, correct?
Yeah, this is the same
As far
village
as I
that's
was
been
aware,
attacked by
because the
the...
Shuten Doji village, the headman had already been killed when we were with the Oba-san.
Yeah. What you mean Takoya, headman of Sutaido village? Yes, sir. He's dead.
Yeah, this is Yetta village.
And this is the Etta village, sir. This is separate.
Sorry. My apologies. Sorry, when you said the headman of the village, I thought the Etta were just attached to the main village.
No.
No, they have quite a large village of their own because they all live. They're all forced to live together. But you don't know. You will find that out.
Is the headman of the Etta village one of the ones that we think was a real Etta, or is he also well-muscled and what have you?
Well, Ichi won't be here, sir. He didn't take part in the fight.
He's not here. Where is he?
He's not in this square. Well, I would assume he's home, sir.
Ashikata-san? Oba-san? Should we go and interview this Etta headman?
I think we need to, don't we?
We certainly do.
In that case, I suggest we get this Etta to take us there.
Yes.
Certainly, Sama.
And I cannot commit these people to their eternal rest. Oh.
Afraid that'll have to wait a bit, Gyomo.
Yes, but their spirits are at risk, Sir Ashikata-san.
I realise that.
I know not what power the Shuten Doji has.
Well, I don't either. But if that creature makes an appearance, we will deal with it.
So this is the house he's leading us to, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Are the kind of grey things supposed to be shoji screens or doors?
Yes, they are. The front one's actually open. That's why I've moved it slightly.
Yeah, fair enough. Not sure.
Shurima goes, that's a bit unusual. I would have expected that to be closed, he says.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why Gyomo and Hatsu are leading, but
let me lead. Let me go and check it's safe first, gentlemen.
Of course, Ashikata-san.
I'll step back, of course, Ashikata-san.
Okay, you enter, and it's quite obvious that people have left in a hurry. Okay. There's nobody here. It doesn't look like any signs of violence, but it's quite obvious that people have grabbed stuff and run off.
There seems to be nobody here, though there are signs of a hurried departure.
I shall inquire as to whether any of the Etta have skills in tracking. Hunting or similar. So I would guess that the Oba Samurai is a little short of Ashigaru at present, and I'm not sure what state the villagers generally are in, but if this person has left in a hurry, I shall inquire how long ago was the last time he saw this guy.
Sorry, I'm just having to reload roll 20 for some reason.
Oh, Firefox playing up?
It doesn't play well with Firefox, unfortunately.
Yeah, Firefox has problems with it at the moment.
No, I think it's more operator error than anything else.
No, I
Call that
cannot
with that.
believe that of you. Butter up.
Oh, well, I
Decent
certainly
of you,
can.
decent of you to admit it.
So I'll ask how big the headman's family was. By the look of it, it was probably at least 3 or 4 of them.
Right, the headman had a wife and 2 children, 2 teenage children, that is. So, the manual with says, well, I don't know how to track, sir, but I can find a man who does, if you need me to.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Please do. Should we return to the Oba Samurai?
Okay, he goes away and he comes back with other.
I suggest to Ashikata-san that getting them to start looking for the tracks of these 4 people would be sensible.
Yes, very good idea.
Should we notify the Oba Samurai of what's happened?
Yes, tell them what our plan is.
Because these ETA obviously are under his authority.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if it might take him some time to find their tracks, if indeed he can find them. Should we return and tell the Oba Samurai what's happened?
Yeah, we'll go back and tell him what our plans are.
Okay. If we take the ETA who led us here back, because he can then
Yes.
tell us where these hired people turned up from, where they were staying, blah 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 blah.
Yes. World exchange hanging.
Okay, you return to the scene of carnage, which is being cleared up somewhat. The Oba man has sent the wounded Ashigaru away, and 4 more have turned up. Beginning to think that this may be about as many Ashigaru as he can get together, and he's not looking happy. He's in fact berating another ETA as you get there, demanding to know where the headman is, and the poor man doesn't know. Fortunately, you and Shirima arrive before the Oba Samurai loses his rag completely and slices the ETA into 2.
Okay, I shall bow politely to the
Well,
ETA.
where is he? Why haven't you brought him back?
Oba-san, Sama, he and his family have apparently fled. We have asked one of the ETA to start trying to find his tracks for you.
Excellent. Well done. Sergeant. Sir, says one. Go to the jail, write out a report, send it to Yado. Sorry, sir. And one of the 3 disappears, looking a bit puzzled because he's not quite sure what he's got to write. But anyway, a short while later, Gurima, who is the tracker, comes back, having. I managed to track him as far as the river, sir, and then he got into a boat, and I can't follow him anymore.
I thank him for his efforts.
Certainly, sir.
Was it normal that there should be a boat on the river there?
Not at this time of night, sir, no.
In that case, we had better tell the Obersan samurai.
Well, no, sorry. Toshiaki's there. He can hear what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, whose boat was it? Oh, Obersan, he says, Baron. I don't know, sir. I'm not aware of any boats missing. Well, can you go and check? Certainly, sir. And he drops off to check.
Happy to get out of the Obersamurai's eyesight.
Certainly.
What were these muscly guys armed with, as a matter of interest?
Spears and wakizashi.
Good God. The Obersamurai may have lost a lot of Ashigaru, but he's come into a lot of money.
Yes,
He
spare
certainly-
weapons.
Are there any signs on these guys as to whether they are peasant Ashigaru, Ronin, ninja, whatever? Do they have anything concealed amongst their belongings, clothing, etc.?
That's something I was
none-
checking.
None of them are Ronin because they're not, at least as far as you can tell, they're not. None of them appear to be ninja because you can find no ninja tattoos, which leaves you with peasant warriors.
Peasant warriors. I shall ask the Etta. Sorry, what's his name? Is it Shirumi?
Shurima.
Shurima, where these people were staying and how long they'd been in the Etta village.
Well, I'm not sure I can answer that question, sir. Excuse me. And he sends one of the Etta to fetch a lady whose name I haven't got at the moment, but I shall work that. This Etta lady turns up, and he asks her, how long were these men staying in the village, and where were they staying? Well, as far as I'm aware, they were staying, and she will name a large building, which is on the outskirts of the town, and they'd been there about 2 weeks. Why didn't you tell me? Well, husband, you didn't ask. And and she then stops herself. Go on, say it. You've been too busy attempting to ingratiate yourself with Obersan. Nothing good can come of it. Ah, I see, he says. We'll talk about this later, wife. We certainly will. And then she turns around and walks off.
Before
she
she
gets
goes,
about 3 steps, she turns around, she bows politely to you all, and then walks.
I call
response.
to her and ask who gave her the instructions to put these men up, if not her husband.
Kiichi's wife. Hitomi, she said.
I'm losing track of who's who here. Who's Kiichi?
You're not the only one.
Right, Kiichi is the Etta village headman.
Okay. Shirima?
Hitomi
Was
is
Shirumi? Or Shirimi?
hold on. Hitomi is his Kiichi's wife.
Right.
Shurima is second man in the Etta village. He's essentially the deputy head.
Right.
And the lady who's just walked off is his wife, who doesn't actually have a name as yet.
Okay. So the Etta headman's wife told her to put these guys up. She didn't tell her
Never
husband.
told her husband.
And the Etta headman and his wife have now vanished.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Along with their 2 children, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Along with
I've
her
got
2 children. Right. Well, it looks like her husband's just got a promotion, maybe.
He certainly has, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. Where is this building, says Oba? If you follow me, sir. And basically, he leads you to this large warehouse-like building on the outskirts of the town. He opens the doors, which are surprisingly unlocked. And inside, it would appear that 30 or 40 men have been sleeping here for some time. And all the crates and boxes and other stuff that should be scattered across the floor have been piled up around the outsides. Shurima goes, "Oh, I didn't realise it was that many, sir. I thought it was about a dozen."
How many dead bodies were there?
I'm just about to check.
At least a dozen.
Yeah, but if there's 30 or 40 were living here, where are the rest of them?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Where's that tracker?
Sounds like it's even more important that we get our hands on this headman who's run away. He seems to have the answers to the mysteries.
While you're looking that up, I shall also prompt Ashikata-san to show the Oba Samurai the letter.
Yeah.
Because we did return to show it to him.
I make it 18 corpses, 3 of which are confirmed Eta. The other 15 are essentially Ashigaru.
So there's 15 to 25 missing men. Right. Ashikata-san, I prompt him to show the Oba Samurai that letter, by the way. See if it makes any sense to him. You showing it to him, Tim?
Yeah, that's correct, Jim.
Well, I'm not showing it to him. No, Ashikata is showing it to him. I'm just rolling to see if it.
Sorry, Nick, rather.
Yes, I'll show it to him. Sorry, I was in the other room, so I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me because the microphone's too far away.
Okay.
Yes, sounds like number one priority is finding the hitman. Seems to be the only one that knows what on earth's going on.
No, I think number one priority is worrying about where the other 15 to 25 Ashigaru are. If the Oba Samurai only has about 4 or 5 Ashigaru left...
Mm-hmm. How's he going to defend his village against that?
Why? But why are they attacking the village?
And there's still a shooting doji around somewhere, maybe.
Where these warriors have come from? Why are they attacking this village?
They're not. They attacked him.
Well, attacked him.
The Oba Samurai. So they didn't attack the village. They attacked the Oba Samurai.
True.
Maybe it's all part of the Shuten Doji's plan. Maybe the Shuten Doji's got an overarching plan to take over this town, and that's why he's trying to take out the Oba Samurai and put someone else in charge.
Somebody's certainly got a grudge. Someone's got a grudge against this place.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not looking forward to. Well, I'm sure the Oba Samurai is not looking forward to reporting what's been going on. Village infiltrated by 40 Ashigaru, a Shoten Doji. Yeah. It's not going to look good on his record.
Okay, right. If you open up the letter, it's entitled "Letter from the Ruined Farm," the one you saw before. You'll see I've made another change to it.
Oh. 1 second while I open it up again.
Okay.
Oh.
Naughty people.
How long ago was the attempted uprising?
Toshiaki recognises the
About
names,
18 months ago.
and they're wanted for an attempting uprising versus the daimyo of Kotusuke.
Yeah. The attempted uprising is called an IKKI. and it shows a peasant uprising or rebellion against the
Mm.
local samurai.
Well, we'll let him know where we found it. We'll point out that these appear to be peasant warriors.
Gyomo-san, I don't like the conclusions you're drawing, says the Oba Samurai.
Neither
Unfortunately,
do
I can't find fault with them.
Would it be wise to notify the daimyo of this province of the potential risk?
I shall go and do that. And he takes himself and his 3 men away in the direction that the sergeant went, probably to write another report and send it off.
Sorry, Ashikata-san, I think we've just lost the Oba Samurai.
Well, that's okay. I think he's got enough questions to answer already.
Okay, so we've got the Etta clearing up the bodies. I will do what I can for them with regard to preparing them for funeral rites, even if I can't actually carry them out. All right?
Well, the Etta themselves can do a lot of the dog work, don't they? Leg work, as it were, preparing them for a funeral.
Oh, they can do the general legwork, etc. But I will tell them what to do in terms of preparation for funeral, and ask Ashikata-san whether it was possible to take Imagawa-san to the nearest temple to see if he can obtain healing for his eye, but also find someone to come and carry out the Sagaki rite for these poor people. Because there's 18 dead here, plus there's all the dead from the village where the Shuten Doji has just caused mayhem. And from memory, how many travellers was it? Was it 6 travellers in the hospital?
Yep.
Plus the policeman, plus...
No, it was one villager, one of the local blacksmiths, and 5 travellers.
Plus the village blacksmith, sorry, plus the village policeman, plus the people in the house that we heard the screams coming from before he killed our compatriot. So I think the death toll in this village, in these 2 villages, is approaching 30.
Getting into Spaghetti Western League. Right.
What's worrying me is there's more than 7 of us, isn't there?
Someone's going to have to cut the numbers down. Right.
That's what's worrying me.
What we need. Okay.
Now, at the present moment, there are 7 of us. That's even more worrying.
That is more right, yes. Does the Obi Samurai know where the nearest temple, where we might find a priest?
Would he come back to the other village?
He left with Ashikaru.
Well, whoever's most important person where we are. That's the stubhead man, or whatever his name was.
What's unusual about that corpse, by the way, Tim? That I find when I see it?
It's asleep and dead.
Nothing. I just don't remove the marker, that was all.
Fair enough. Because that's the only one with 2 markers.
Yes, that's because when he was killed, he was actually stunned at the time.
That's what I was guessing.
Right. Fair enough.
Right, I've
Tim
separated
sat and played a whole battle by himself.
So that's the 15 healthy-looking Ashigaru warriors and the 3 dead Etta. How many people were in that building that the policeman came out looking rather blood-stained? How many corpses were in that building?
I don't remember.
What? The policemen, there were 5. There were 29 villagers in total that died.
Wow. It's quite a death toll.
So we're actually up to 30 deaths. No, 34 deaths. If there were 29 villagers plus 5 travellers, that's 34 deaths. Oh dear. We really need somebody to come and do funeral rites for them. And we may also be able to get advice on how to find and deal with a shooting doji if we can find a temple or a shrine or both.
Shrine's not going to be able to help you with the funeral.
No, but they might be of more help with the shooting doji. I don't know.
Yes, probably a bit more.
Right, the nearest shrine is in the one village back the way you came, in Sutangatu village. The nearest temple will be in Koga town, sir, which is about 9 ri away.
It's about 3 days journey. Certainly 2 days. Is there a road
Sorry,
to
my mistake, 6 ri.
Is there a road to Koga?
Yes, you're on it.
Okay. Well, I think we need to talk to the Oba Samurai and suggest he sends a message to the shrine to see whether they know anything about dealing with shooting doji, and we head for the temple to seek healing from Imagawa-san and to ask a priest to come and
Do funeral rites for 30
carry
plus
out
people.
funeral rites. Yes.
Yeah, I think we
inquire about my penance as well.
Yeah, I think if we personally visit the temple.
So I'd suggest we go and see the Oba Samurai and make the suggestion.
Yeah, I don't think we all need to go, but you certainly need to go, Gyomo. You'll know what they're talking about.
Yes,
As you say,
Ashikata-san.
Imagawa may want some attention for his eye.
Oh, he certainly does. Doesn't he, Dave?
Yes,
That's up to him whether he's going to be macho about it and not bother.
Yes, he does. At the moment, that's why he's been doing nothing and saying nothing, because he's, quarter of his health down. He can't see properly out of his dominant eye, and he's,
That is all right. Just a scratch. Just a scratch, lad. So, Gyomo and Imagawa are off to the temple. You want to go with? Is it worth you going with them, Hatsu? You think, or not? Or do you want to go to the shrine?
Ashikata-san, I believe it might be sensible keeping someone here who might be more resistant to the powers of the shooting doji.
Well, I'm all right. Didn't bother me last time.
I believe, Ashikata-san, you were otherwise occupied at the time.
But if you, or do you think it's possible for you to visit the shrine and the temple? Are they in the same direction?
I don't believe they are in the same direction, are they?
No, they're in opposite directions.
Oh, that's a bit unfortunate.
What time of day is it, by the way?
Approximately midnight.
Yeah.
Right.
I still think we need to decide what we're doing. So, what about Gyomo and Imagawa head to the temple? Morikari, you're pretty quick, aren't you? So maybe he should go to the shrine. At least me, Hatsu, and Yuko.
And
Look after
Tetsu.
things here.
And me.
And Tetsu.
I'm slow as hell. There's no point in me trying to go anywhere with any messages in a hurry.
No, Marikawa's good at this. It's much faster. You can get there and be there and back before you've even got your boots on.
Exactly, he's a lightning bolt compared to me.
Can I ask a quick question? The boat, was that, is this village on a river or by the sea?
This village is on quite close to. It's not actually on, but it's quite close to one of the major rivers that flows down to Yedo.
Right. So
If you remember, you are between the river Tenyu, which is the lesser river, and whatever the major river that flows into Yedo/Tokyo is, which I can't quite remember.
well, I don't remember, but the point is
So
that
I do, so that's fine.
I was just wanted to know where the headman of the Etta village might have been heading. So if it leads down to Yedo, it may well be that he was going there. Is Yedo the main city of this province?
Yedo is one of the main cities of Nippon, and it is indeed the biggest city in this province of Musashi. You are aware how big it is because you've been there. It's just ginormous. Are you hearing me?
Yeah,
Yes.
loud
So
and
would
clear.
I'm just thinking. So would the quickest way for the Oba samurai to get a message to the daimyo be to send it by boat to Yedo?
No, it will be send it by horse and messenger.
Does he have anyone he can spare?
Yes, he does, mainly because he's got to, not because he wants to. But yes, he'll be sending his sergeant on horseback and commandeering other horses en route if he has to.
Okay.
Which basically means he'll get there in the day. And he and the horse might not be in very good condition, but he'll get there in one day.
Well, sending a description of the Etta headman and family with him as well, just in case they are travelling by boat down to Yedo, would probably be a good idea.
Indeed, it would.
Ashikata-san, are you going to propose our travels?
Well, I think Gyomo, Imagawa go to the temple. Morikawa is the fastest person we have to go to the shrine. And the remaining 4 of us remain here. Is there any more strange events happen in this village?
Oh, and has the Etta come up with any tracks for where the remaining 15 to 25 armed soldiers are gone?
Not as yet, no. Or if he has, he hasn't reported back to you.
Or he has found them and they've dealt with him?
Well, I wasn't going to suggest that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not feeling the best of in the best of mental health at the moment for various reasons you're aware of, and I'm just being rather pessimistic.
Indeed.
I suggest we get some sleep, gentlemen, since it's very late and we've got a lot to do tomorrow.
Okay, we proceed to 30th of Kizaragi. Yay!
Hey, 3 sessions later, it's a new day.
I can carry on with the day as you want.
No,
but,
no, it's all good.
So how much my power do I get back?
You should get it all back at dawn, shouldn't you?
Okay.
What about boss point health?
For a start, make a health check.
is that me or Hatsu?
Hold on. Taking a second. Ugh. No.
I shall volunteer to attempt to wake just before dawn to wake Hatsu if Hatsu doesn't wake up. Because I know how important it is that he greets the dawn.
I have to greet the dawn as well, don't I? Sorry.
Oh yes, if you use power, yes you do.
First time playing a Shigenja.
No, yeah. Basically, if you don't, then you don't get any power you use back.
Yeah. Yeah, so I will be doing so also.
Okay, Gyomo, make a health check as well then.
Oh no. Oh no. Failed by a mere 14. Am I sleeping through dawn? I'm not waking up to do my normal prayers?
Well, I'm waiting for Oliver to make a health saving throw for Tetsu.
Okay, yep, coming. 10. No, don't think so. No, missed that by 5. No, missed it by 6.
Okay, in that case, would one of you care to roll 3d6?
Got it.
Looking for some 6s.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Oh, come on.
Oh, someone did it.
Oh, look at that. We've both rolled 2 6s. Let's go.
Okay, you all 3 managed to make it just in time. Okay, and the 2 Shugenja get their power back.
Nice.
Gyomo, roll a willpower saving throw, sir.
Just having a good time recently, old Gyomo.
That would appear to be a failure, sir.
Correct.
In that case, you don't get any power back at all.
Mm-hmm.
Your luck has been out for a wee while, Dave.
No, it's not luck. It's not luck. I have displeased one of the Buddhas.
Yeah, displeased the Buddha.
I've done wrong. I have sinned.
Naughty priest.
Question: what happens about a lost point of health? Do you get that back from resting?
Not for kind of half a night.
No.
Not at the moment. You don't know because
No.
you've not rested for a full day.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. All of you who are injured do not get any hit points back at the moment because you fought yesterday, so you're not going to heal today. And of course, some of you are healing rate down. Right.
Yeah.
The day dawns. You'll be glad to know it's pissing it down.
Well, I'd be even
I'm just-
happier to know nobody else has died.
When does your healing rate come back?
Basically, you'll get your healing rate back, your first one back at midnight tomorrow. Midnight
Is it
today.
normally one a day normally, is it? No.
It's one a day, provided you're not doing anything too strenuous.
Yeah, okay.
You notice that all of you who had your clothes slashed and mashed they have been repaired, but they are all one quality lower than they were. So if they're average, they're now poor. The innkeeper comes on. Sorry, ladies and gents, but it's tipping it down outside, so could make travel a bit tricky. Says. However, don't let me stop you going any further. But anyway, here's a nice hot warming broth and a hearty breakfast, courtesy of Lord Ober.
Thank you very much, and I feel Imagawa-san, we need to leave anyway.
Hi, we do.
Just be careful. That weather's an extra hazard to be wary of. Careful.
You're on the main road, like you say.
Yeah.
Much of a problem. and in flat terrain, so you should be alright.
Okay. Well, I need to try and push myself to make it in one day. If we're on a road, then I think it increases our movement by a bit. But it's 6 really, and my BMA is only 4.
They'll whip out.
And the rain is not going to help.
Yeah, you have to kick your own ass a little bit to get up that road. I wish I could help, but I'm slower than you. Slower than Hatsu.
Right, Imagawa and Gyomo set off.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Morikawa. Is he still setting off?
Yes, he will, but I'll do it one by one because it's easier that way.
Okay.
Right, Gyomo and Imagawa pass through Onatoru village on the way to Koga. The rain is, fortunately for you, blowing into your back, so while it's nasty, it's not too bad. Okay. You get to the village about midday. Then, as the evening is falling, you approach Koga city. Okay, and you see coming towards you, head down, not looking very happy, a slightly built man. He's got a hat and raincoat on. He's not carrying any obvious weapons, so he's almost certainly not a bushi. And he just about walks into you when he stops. He looks up in surprise. He then politely bows. "Oh, sorry, gentlemen, I didn't see you because of this damned rain," he says.
And bow politely, and ask him why he's not looking so happy. I introduce Imagawa-san.
Hello.
And myself.
He bows politely to you. Imagawa-san. Gyomo, he says. My name is Jotaro. I'm not a very happy gentleman because I have been ordered by my sensei to Yedo. And I wish to wait until tomorrow, but he made me go today, so I'm not a happy man.
He must have had his reasons.
Oh, undoubtedly, and I, merely being a lowly student of his, I'm not led into his secrets. Anyway, he bows politely, and then
I asked the name of his sensei so that if we do see him, we can tell him that we saw his student obediently carrying out his orders. Because he is obediently. He might be doing
Okay,
it.
yeah. Mr. Dobson, could you generate me a name, please? Nail.
Sure. Let's open that up.
Okay, so it's not part of the overall plot. It's just a random traveller. Fair enough.
You don't know?
That's what he wants you to think.
Ah, right, fine.
Yeah, I would think that's what he wants you to think. Because Tim always does that. Yeah.
I do throw in things that are nothing to do with the main plot, but you never know. Because I don't either, you see.
Male name. Okay. Noriaki. Noriaki.
Noriaki.
Thank you. My sensei's name is Noriaki, and you can find him at the martial arts school, sir. Which is called the Two Fists School. this doesn't mean anything to you, but it might to Morioka if you mention it. Okay. You get into Koga. The guards
what was his name? What was his name?
Noriaki.
It's in the chat.
Ah, what's the name of the sensei?
Noriaki is the
That
name
is
of the
the name
sensei.
of the sensei.
The name of the guy was
What's the name
Jotaro.
of the student? Jotaro. Okay, so
Okay, so you get to Koga. Guillermo doesn't feel too tired. Okay.
Right.
He growls that he's got a bit left in him. Not a lot, but he's got a bit left. And you make your way to one of the main temples.
okay. In that case, I shall seek audience with one of the priests.
Okay. You're directed to what is called the Silver Temple, and this is basically because it's made in such a way that during the sunshine it shines and it looks vaguely silvery white. Greetings, brother, says the man who's standing in for greeters. Stan, he says, bowing to Imagawa. He obviously doesn't recognise your Mon, so he doesn't call you by any name. It's very late. How can the temple help? Ooh, he says, catching sight of Imagawa's bandages. That looks pleasant.
I will explain it. Imagawa-san is seeking healing for his eye. There have been a rash of sudden deaths in give the name of the two villages, which I can't remember, and there are, I think we said it was 34 people needing Segaki right, and I am desolate that I have angered the Buddha, and I am by my sins, and I am seeking to do penance for them, to find my way back into their good graces. And we seek to speak to one of the priests to see what we can do about all this.
That is quite a litany of misfortune, he says. Please wait here, and I shall go and fetch a more senior man.
One other thing, if there is anyone here who is an expert in such matters, we are also seeking information on defeating and destroying a Shuten Doji.
You just dumped so much on this guy.
I see. Well, I shall endeavour to find an expert.
I bow politely and thank you.
I'd be away from the keyboard briefly.
Okay.
It is quite a litany of disaster when you talk about it like that, isn't it?
Quite the sheet, like.
Guess we haven't seen a sniff of the shooting doji yet, have we?
Nope. Not the actual thing itself.
Oh, okay. The bonds you're speaking to turns to walk away. Okay. And this woman comes out. She's middle-aged. Okay. Excuse me, good bond, she says. Did I hear you talk about a Shuten Doji?
Yes, mother. The village of such and such was afflicted with one, and we have not found it, although we heard its flute, and we have managed to destroy one of its servants, or a couple of its servants, but there is a lot going on there.
Oh, my thanks, good sir, she says. My name is Seika, S-E-K.
Seika?
And with your permission, San, she says, looking at Imagawa, I shall proceed there tomorrow.
Certainly.
Right, is that on Otaru, Seika?
Oh no, she's going to go to Sutaido, where the rest of you are. No, Onataru is the name of the village that Gyomo and Imagawa passed through today.
Okay, fine.
She then bows politely and walks off.
Okay, I shall. I can't follow because I'm waiting for a priest.
They will see. Okay, you are led into the temple itself, and Gyomo is surprised because there is a statue representing nearly all the bosatsu that you can think of arranged around the main temple, okay, with Sakyamuni in prime place. He leads you through.
Sorry, is there a statue to the Jizo of Demons?
Not in the main hall, but you will find one, yes.
Okay.
So he leads you through the main hall and out down towards the abbot's quarters, which are fine, well furnished. There's a slightly overweight priest waiting there who stands up. He bows. He says, "I am Okawi, abbot of the temple. I understand that you need my help."
I explain that I've been travelling with Ashikata-san and a group of his friends. And in
Ashikata, you say?
Ashikata-san.
Do you know who's given that?
Of course, it is Ashikata Okawi.
Interesting. I thought he was dead, along with the rest of his family.
Ooh.
What would lead you to that?
If he and you travel through Koga, I would wish to speak with him. Please pass the message on. Now, you are here for Imagawa's eye.
Amongst other things.
Well, let us deal with that first. How much critical damage are you down, Dave?
I'm down 10.
Ouch.
Right, the abbot leads you into a room which is very plain, but has mystic symbols written over it. Okay? Guillermo will recognise a chamber that is proof versus spirits, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The abbot then proceeds to light some incense, and you're glad you're not having to be here for very long because it's a very heavy incense which will give you headaches in no time flat. He then proceeds to dance for a bit, which, given he's about 60, is a bit of a sight in its own right. And then he attempts to heal your eye.
Okay.
Which is not easy.
No.
Yeah, well, if I keep rolling ones, it will be.
Oh, yes, yes.
20.
Okay, you feel this wash of healing energy pass over you, right? and your critical damage goes away, and your eye becomes usable. And as you made your health saving throw, you get your deafness all back.
Okay.
The abbot looks a bit surprised. Well, that went much better than I expected, he says. It would appear, Imagawa-san, that you are blessed, he says.
Still having use of my eye, I would consider that blessed.
Well, yes. The blow came very close to penetrating the eye, but didn't quite manage it. You may have a dashing scar if you wish, Dave.
Oh, of course.
So you'll have to just put it down and then describe it at some point. The abbot then leads you back out of this chamber and back into the room he was occupying. Other things that you need me to look at, gentlemen?
I explained that we had problems with. We discovered I discovered a shuten doji when I volunteered my healing services at the local hospital. So I discovered signs of the shuten doji. One of them attempted to influence us overnight, but failed. The following day, we ran into trouble with servants, having notified the Oba samurai, which led to various deaths. Subsequent to that, there were further deaths, etc. And as a consequence, there are 34 funerals needing to be carried out in those two villages. But in trying to trace what had happened, I committed a grievous sin, and which I'm not totally certain what I did, but I have drawn the displeasure of the Buddhas, and I must atone for my sins and seek penance. And I would be grateful for guidance on that. So, if there is, I explained the Lady Seka has volunteered to return to the village in connection with the shuten doji. I'm not sure of her abilities, but she seemed to feel that was her place. If there
Right. When you mention that the Lady Seka has left, you notice that the abbot relaxes somewhat. Well, you may not know that the Lady Seka is a renowned shuten doji hunter, he says.
Oh.
I am quite glad that it's not here that has that problem. May the Buddhas forgive me.
And so, if I am going to be returning to the village, and will seek advice from her on what to look for and how to deal with shuten doji, but I would be grateful if the temple could help me in my penance, and if not successful, let a priest come back with me to carry out the appropriate Sagaki rites.
We will send a couple of priests with you anyway, because the sheer number that you have to deal with will be too much for just one, I think. Well, let us go and find out what is wrong and what sin you have committed. Would you like lodgings, Imagawa-san?
Please. I could still do with the rest.
He calls a man in, and you're led through to, obviously, when the monks sleep. It's basic, but it's comfortable. There's plenty of food. It's a bit plain. And then Gyomo and the abbot go somewhere. You can go with them if you wish. They're not going to stop you.
No, I'll happily have the rest, because although that's just been healed very quickly, it's,
Okay, you're led away and you get a night's kip. Okay, Gyomo's led back into the main hall, where the abbot calls forth another man, a man by the name of Sheki, or Sheki, if you. the abbot explains the problem, and Sheki goes into a trance and has a look at you. He's in the trance for long enough to become noticeable. He then returns. Gyomo-san. I am the bearer of bad news, he says. You will need to visit a temple dedicated to the merciful goddess Kowannen, he says, since it appears that she is the one who has placed the punishment upon you.
I thank him for the knowledge he's granted me, and ask if he might know where the nearest such temple is.
Yes, he does know. And his games master don't know. So he'll tell you where to go.
Yep. Okay.
You are then led to a cell next to Imagawa. You have an evening meal, and then you collapse in a heap.
Definitely.
Okay, Morikawa. Leaves just after Gyomo and Imagawa, and he returns approximately midday, and he will inform Ashikata that he spoke with the ladies, the priests at the shrine in the village he's just been to, and they unfortunately know very little about shooting doji. Okay. Was there anything else you spent to ask about?
No, that was it. At least we tried. Thank you for your efforts. Anything interesting going on the road there and back? We need to be.
No, sir. It was remarkably deserted. Probably due to the fact, of course, that the rain is coming down. And although it's eased off towards midday, it's still pretty nasty. Okay.
Good. Go get yourself some food or whatever.
You certainly. Right, the rest of you, what do you do for the day? Okay, in that case,
wait for a report from the Etta who was looking for the tracks of the other 15 to 25 Ashigaru.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, right. Well, basically, you're all sort of sat around, getting better.
Well, I'm not going to sit around. I'm not sitting around doing nothing. I am waiting for the report, but I've got other things to do as well.
Okay, in that case, roll a d4 then, Nick.
Yep.
I mean, if Ashikata tells me to do things, I'll be doing them, but otherwise rest.
Ooh, roll a 2.
Okay, this happens shortly before Morikawa gets back, because he's there and back in a flash.
Yep.
The Etta who was doing the tracking work, he comes back and says, I have managed to follow their tracks, sir, to a campsite about 2 ri outside the village. On the other side.
Are they still there?
Well, they were when I left.
There.
Whether they're still there or not, I don't know.
Excellent. Wait there a minute. So we got Yuko, Hatsu, and are you gentlemen all fit? Hatsu,
Yuko's not fit. No.
What state is Yuko in? Is he badly hurt or what?
Yuko. Oh, there's no damage on Yuko's sheet. It's not been updated.
Hatsu and Tetsu, are you both
keep track of the damage on their token because it's easy that way.
You two, Shigenji, are you both fully fit or near enough?
I'm down a health point, but that's not through. I can only get that back through resting, right?
You've got your magic powers, most importantly. That's
Yes, I do.
Yuko is suffering from moderate wounds,
Okay.
which basically means she's somewhere between 25 and 50% hurt.
Ah, that's fully fit. Just give me a scratch. Are
She's
you
got more hit
fully
points than me.
operational, Hatsu? Are you fully functional, Hatsu? Do you have all your magic?
I think Hatsu got her magic back.
Yeah.
Well, she's not sinned or anything like that. Not under any pollution or anything
No,
like that.
I don't know. She was awake at dawn, so we assume she's okay.
Yeah, we just made it.
In that case, we will get this.
You
get
notice
this
that
gentleman to
the
lead us.
two Shigenja. You notice that the two Shigenja are quite dopey, but
Yeah.
you feel a bit dopey too, so it's no problem.
Yeah, we only just saw the dawn. We almost slipped through it.
Alright, I get this gentleman, this tracker, to lead us in that direction.
Okay.
What we're dealing with.
Excuse me, son. Do you want me to collect some men on the way?
If we have some spare men, that will be extremely useful.
I'll go and ask.
I acted an intelligence roll and suggested he asks whether it was 15 or 25 of them.
Oh, yeah.
There is a
Doesn't change the plans.
No, his report it says that he saw something like 25.
Okay.
Okay, well, basically the tracker goes away and comes back. Says, unfortunately, there's nobody spare today, sir. So they carry on.
Okay, well, let's go and have a look at what we're dealing with anyway.
Okay. Basically, he leads you to the river. You get in a small boat, which he expertly oars across the river and ties up on the other side. He then leads you for a bit longer. It's now middle of the afternoon or thereabouts. I'll allow Morikawa to have got back in time for you to come with you.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense.
Yeah, you can let us if he's back in.
And he leads you to this forested area. Okay, and it's the wet is nasty, but it's not as bad as outside it. And about in the centre of it, you come across a camp where there are something like 25 men hunkered down, looking miserable, sitting around trying to keep the fires lit.
And does sort of anybody stands out as a leader? And what are they sort of equipment have they got?
Well, basically, they've got standard Ashigaru equipment. So essentially, arm class 4 spears, wakizashi, 1 or 2 hand cues. And yes, there is a man who stands out. Well, I call him a man. He's not a man. He's some form of bakemono.
Oh. Bakemono is leading these men. Whoa. I've never seen a Bakemono before. I just realised.
Right, you're aware that whatever he is, he's not a bakemono show because he's far too big.
This character's never encountered any kind of Bakemono before, so...
A lot of people have.
So for me as a player that has seen other ones before, and for the viewers, what's the difference? Is it a lot bigger, or...?
All right, the average bakemono show, or the average goblin, is about 3 foot tall, maybe 3.5. This guy's human size, and quite broad with it.
So twice
he's also
the normal
obviously
size.
used to being in charge, because although he speaks in goblin, the men obey him without thinking about it.
Oh.
You've gone quiet too.
Yeah, that's because I wasn't speaking.
They just seem to
Do you
cut off in
notice-
mid-sentence.
Oh, sorry, I've got to make sure I don't do that. Anyway, as I say, the big lad is about 6 foot
Mhm.
tall, and he's obviously used to leading. You also notice that in the middle of the camp, tied up, is a human female who appears to have been stripped of her kit, and she's lying there tied up. Make a wit saving throw, all of you who are there.
Nope.
You know, I might even have made it. Let's have a look. It's close. Must be close. Missed it by one.
In that case, you're aware that she is almost certainly a bushi of some form, given her general build and that. Okay.
Mhm.
But more importantly, she's not tied up with rope. She's tied up with steel chains and manacles.
Do they appear to have people out on watch in the woods?
Well, they have people who are supposed to be on watch, shall we say?
But they don't seem, but they all seem to be huddled, trying to keep dry and
Well,
warm.
basically, given the weather, they're not expecting anybody to be out, so they're not really paying that much attention. Let's face it, you don't want to be out. Just you're driven by.
No. Interesting. Are they actually wearing their armor? Or they just got it sort of next to them?
Oh no, they're actually wearing their armor.
Actually wearing their armor.
No wonder they're miserable.
Yeah. Right, we will retreat back.
Okay.
And go back to the village. The samurais.
Right, the guide leads you back towards your boat. Okay. And as you approach the boat, you find there's another woman dressed like an ashigaru carrying a naginata that's got a hood, scabbard over the blade, looking at your boat in a wondering, thinking sort of manner. And then she hears you coming and she turns around to face you, bringing the naginata into a guard position.
Okay, I'm gonna have my hand on my sword. I'll try and get this body.
Yes.
Who are you, madam?
Come forward, gentlemen, she says. I can't make you out properly.
I'm all right, Maria. Just answer my question.
She's got the hood over her head.
No, she's got her naginata in a scabbard, which is odd. But other than that, she's got a straw hat and raincoat on, yeah, because it's tipping.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought you said she's got a hood over her head. My apologies.
No.
Did she say anything? Can I ask her name?
You may call me Aurimata, she says.
What is your business here?
Well, would you be so good enough as to give me your name, sir, and state your business?
I will give her my name, and I will say we are working with the local samurai. This village seems to have been very unfortunate as suffering from numerous problems which we're trying to solve.
I see. Well, I'm actually looking for my friend, he says.
Could you describe your friend?
Female, a lady, about 30, got more muscles than sense. Would be armed with an odachi and a daisho, she says.
I believe I may know where she is. There's a camp over there, further into the woods, which appears to be a couple of dozen strong warriors, led by some kind of Bakemono or something. They do have a lady roughly answering that description held as prisoner there.
I see. Would you be good enough to show me? He says.
Get my hand off my sword.
You notice that she's relaxed. She's still got the naginata in a guard position, but she doesn't seem as tense. And she steps forward a bit away from the boat.
Yes, we will take her quietly through the wood.
Okay.
Somewhere where she can see the camp.
Okay. She says, hang on to this for me, and she hands you the naginata. Make a wit saving throw, sir.
That's very unusual. I hesitate before I take it. I did not make a wit saving throw. Well, by about 4 or 5.
You're aware that the naginata doesn't like you.
Yeah, I don't like the naginata particularly either.
That's fair enough then. This lady then steps forward out into the camp and says, Ganta, I come to parley. And the sudden appearance of this daisho wielding nutjob throws the camp into confusion, and they all stand up and run around a bit like headless chickens. But she waits patiently for them to come to their senses.
Presumably she's
Ganta,
talking to the Bakemono.
indeed. Ganta comes forward. You are a long way from home, are you not, madam? Oh, I could say the same for you.
I'm going to step up near to her, kind of to one side and behind her.
And then I'll step up to the side of my new compatriot then, as he does so.
Okay. Well, basically, Morikawa and Hatsu hang back a bit. Oh, I see. You're not quite as silly, as stupid as I thought you were. I'm very rarely stupid, as you well know. Now, hand my friend over and there'll be no trouble. You think you are capable of defeating me and my men with a young Ronin, a man who probably should be out in this weather, and is that 2 others or 3 others back there? Well, to kill you, Ganta, I only need me. He steps back a bit. Yes, you're probably correct there.
Sometimes it's not the quantity, it's the quality, I think.
I agree, he says. He steps back, he bends down, he reaches into his belt and he takes out a key which he unlocks the manacles with and takes them off. And the lady on the floor leaps up and punches him one, and he staggers back. I told you, she says, that you had one chance to let me go. You haven't. Now, leave or I will kill you. Sensei, says the other woman, please, no violence. I'm here under parley conditions. And the lady, who is essentially not quite totally naked but hasn't got a lot on, turns around. I see. She then turns back, bows politely to the Dai-Bakemono and goes, my apologies, it would appear that you live another day. Give the King of Heaven my regards, and I shall see him at the appointed time. He had better be ready. The Bakemono pales and then gathers his men and walks off. The woman who's got almost like finds her clothes and picks up a pair of swords, some throwing knives, and another naginata, which has also got a hood over the end.
What did you say this woman's name was? The woman that was captive?
How about the Nadachi?
Sorry, she's got a Nodachi as well. Yes, this is true.
Yes, because
she picks up a Nodachi, not a Naginata. My mistake.
Yeah.
Did you tell us this woman's name?
My name is
Nakamura Buchanto.
Yeah, sorry, I lost most of that, Tim.
right. Well, basically, she gets dressed. She picks up her swords and her Nodachi. She then introduces herself with the name that's in the chat.
Yep.
She asks your names.
She
doesn't ask her pupils' name. She doesn't ask the other lady's names because she knows who that is.
Yeah.
What was the pupil's name? What was the pupil's name?
She was Arimata.
Arimata. Arimata.
Arimata.
Yeah, so I'll introduce all of us.
I'll bow deeply.
She bows. Well, my thanks for helping my pupil here rescue me from these desperados, she says.
May I ask what your involvement with these desperados is?
Yes, I am sworn to kill their leader, she says. And he's trying to stop me because he fears that I might be able to.
And he somehow got the better of you.
Well, I am very good, but even I can't defeat the number of enemies that he sent against me.
No, not quite. He's got a small army there, hasn't he?
Oh, indeed he has. Anyway, where have you come from? She says, looking round.
Named the village you've just come from, just across the river.
Oh, we're not where I thought we were. I'm going to have a word with Ilo, she says. Anyway, please lead us back to, well, I assume it was a boat you came across on?
Yes, we will head back. What's his name going to do with his small army? I'm not sure what their purpose for being here was.
A creature by the name of Urubaki. So, I'll put it in the chat because it's easy.
Yeah.
Oh, lost him.
Yeah.
Man down.
Discord and Roll20 playing up again. Well, 15 of this Dai-Bakemono's army were involved in attacking the Oba Samurai. Oh, he's going to have to send somebody else on horseback to increase to enlarge the message.
Right, we need reinforcements, yes.
Well, you can just see the daimyo kind of saying, "Oh, message from Oba Samurai."
Message for you, sir.
Yes.
We need an army.
Next message.
Another message for you, sir.
Yes.
We need a bigger army.
Another message. Yes, here it is. Gradually escalating.
What is going on in this village? Where is it? What's going on?
Yes. We've got Shuten Doji, we've got peasant uprisings, and we've got a Dai-Bakemono.
Remind me not to live here. It's obviously cursed.
Mm.
We got Tim back.
Welcome back, Tim.
Yeah. I'm having one of those days, aren't I?
Careful. Don't say anything that might upset the Buddhists.
Right. As I was saying, you get back to the boat, you cross over, and you arrive back into Taido without any problems.
You were going to tell us what the plot was.
Yes,
Because
you said some
Ashikata-san asked
creature.
what was he going to do with the army, and you then said some creature
You said-
named, I will stick it in the chat, was going to
That
take
was-
over,
and
blah
then
blah.
And that was it. We lost the rest.
Yes, lost the rest.
I've been waiting for the creature's name to pop up.
Urabako.
Yeah, I typed his name in, pressed enter, and it all went horribly wrong.
Yeah, that was it. Game over.
Urabako.
But yeah, so the creature's named Urabako. What was she doing or planning on doing?
Well, Urabako is a shooting doji, and he intends taking over the village that you found him in, she says. And she's hired men from the king of the mountain.
You said King of Heaven. Did you mean King of Mountain?
No, I meant the king of heaven.
Oh, so the King of the Mountain.
The king of the mountain is another villain, don't worry about him.
Okay.
Has lent this shooting doji a squad of men. And what the Dai-Bakemono had was about half the men that he should have had.
Right. And they were there to take over this village and the surrounding area. Yeah.
Well, essentially take over the village, and then they could pour men in, and they could then expand their area of influence, because these villages don't actually have many men to defend them normally.
Right.
So it's quite likely that he will be back, quite possibly with more men, unless you can track him down and slaughter him beforehand, she says.
No problem.
The pupil says, well, Sensei, aren't we going to go and help? Well, it depends on whether we're invited to or not, she says.
Of course, you are most welcome.
In that case, the answer is yes.
After all, she's got a bone to pick with that Dai-Bakemono.
Yeah, and they both look quite useful, so more the merrier.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll head back to the village. I better go and introduce these ladies to their local samurai.
Well, the Oba Samurai is going to be overjoyed to find the latest twist in the plot.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
by the way.
Not all trouble about it. Well, there's an army going to invade your village as well.
Led by a Dai-Bakemono.
Yeah.
Who's working for the shooting doji.
Yes, I will. Go
No,
to the,
working with the shooting doji, not for
with,
him.
we'll,
True.
tell the samurai what we've discovered, introduce him to these two ladies, and I assume the plan ultimately is to go and give them a good kicking.
Okay. All right, that just about wraps up the 30th. So we'll go on to the 1st.
What's the name of the new month?
Yayoi.
Yo-yoi.
Yayoi.
Right, going back to Imagawa and Gyomo, you get up at the dawn, basically because all the priests do, and if everybody gets up, and you leave Koga and return to Tsutaido.
Yeah.
If we can make it, yes.
The road is muddy and damp and wet, but it doesn't chuck it down. It doesn't rain a bit. And your BMA, sir, is 4?
4, yes.
So middle of the afternoon, you arrive back in Tsutaido, where it's a bit of a bee's nest, and you rapidly learn that Oba, Toshiaki, and the remaining Ashigaru, and your friends, and a samurai or two that they've seemed to have picked, are going to go and remonstrate with the remnants of the people who attacked Lord Oba in the first place.
Well, I will just see whether Seka has arrived, because he probably moved faster than me.
She has indeed arrived.
Okay, Ashikata, you've just met Seka.
Yes, you will meet her. What is worrying is that the Nodachi armed samurai and the Naginata armed samurai know her.
Well, it's not worrying at all. They're kind of probably of a level. So we've got one woman who's got a kind of grudge to pick with the Dai-Bakemono, one woman who wants to kill the shooting doji, and the pupil who's probably going to have to keep peace between the two of them.
Indeed.
Just leaves you to deal with the rest, Ashikata-san.
Right. All of you who were down healing rates get 1 back.
We've got a health point.
Your health point will come back because you've not done a great deal.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll let you have that one. Right, is Imagawa down any lethal hit points?
No, it was healed by Gyomo before.
That's fine, just in case you get to a healing rate.
Okay.
Right, everybody else gets 1 less than their adjusted healing rate in hit points back. Right, did you all hear that?
Yep. I heard about the healing rate.
Okay, that's it. Right, well, I'm going to call a halt to it now because I need to go away and stat up the bad guys you're about to go and beat up.
And find out where the nearest Gwenon temple is.
Yeah.
Yes. Right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a fun
Thank
one.
you. Thank you.
Thanks all for playing. It's always fun.
Oh, yeah.